Hello everyone, welcome back to Cat Crafts and Bujos. Today's video is going to be another draw with me, and this is going to apply to my December spreads where I made gingerbread and mistletoe. And bear with me, my yellow marker or yellow pen isn't the greatest. At least this one is starting to dry out. I need to swap it out, but you'll kind of see the gist of it based off of what I'm doing. You're only going to need a couple of colors. Again, they don't have to be the exact same markers or pens that I have, just as long as you have a green, a red, a black, some sort of white pen or pencil, and brown. And it can be any shade of brown. This is a lighter highlighter brown, zebra mild liner. So I like this one for the gingerbread color, but again, you can use whatever you want. So we're going to start off drawing the mistletoe because I think that'll be easiest for us here. And there's only a couple steps that I do for this one. So for step one here, really all I do is just kind of draw that branch, and you can make it align however you want. Again, it can be a darker shade, you can color over it multiple times, however you want to kind of sketch it out. And you can also do it in other positions, you can crisscross them, whatever you feel like doing. For step two, we're just going to take that line again. You can see I made it a little bit longer. And then we're going to take our green marker here, and we're going to just start at the base, and we're just going to make little tufts on both sides. And they don't have to be perfect by any means. I just kind of want to go a little bit rough with them. And that'll kind of give you like that fir tree kind of look. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's really all you do for that. And sometimes I go over it again, just that brown there, just to bring it back out for that branch. But that's complete extra step if you don't want to do that. So this can be a standalone fir tree branch, however you want to sketch that out. However, if you want to draw the actual mistletoe, you're just going to do the same thing. Draw the stick, draw a little bit of fur, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. However you want to make it, you can be bushier, you can be skinnier. However, you can even leave white space in there, make some longer, some shorter, leave it like that. And then the mistletoe berries with the red, you can draw 2. I'll do 3. And you can always add your second, doing the same thing on the opposite side. So you would have your 2 branches. And that's it for your mistletoe. So super quick and simple. And for the strokes, like I said, it's quite literally just the flick of the wrist on a paper like that. So nothing crazy, very simple for that one. The next step I have here is the gingerbread. And this is going to be pretty much our only color we use. The only reason why I like the mild liner is because it has that chisel tip, which makes coloring it in easier. But you can also use the standard pointed tip, which I'm actually going to start with here for the gingerbread. And it depends on what gingerbread cookie you want to make. So there's a whole bunch of different ones here, but I think the easiest one is to start off with the guy. Usually I use a pencil for this, but it doesn't matter too much. So usually I start off just drawing like a rough circle for the head. And then for step 2, just take that head, and then I will typically add kind of like starting from each side here. I usually go straight down, maybe a little bit of a decrease in widening the hips a little bit, and then you curl the bottom, and then you just bring it up slightly, curl this part, and make kind of like that squiggly shape there at the bottom, and then you can just connect your lines here. So that's like your gingerbread man's main body and legs. For the third step, you're just going to add on to this here. And again, it is by no means going to look perfect. I am not an artist. And then I just add the arms like this, and then by that point you can just color in. I'm just going to use the fine tip for this one because it's kind of small in comparison to the others. I'm going to extend these legs out a little more too, make it look a little less wonky here. And then we just color it in. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is going in your journal. So you can make it as small, as large as you want. And I'm gonna also extend this arm out a little bit here. So there's your gingerbread man. And then all you really need at that point is your white pen, which again, bear with me, it's not exactly the greatest at the moment. But here is where I just kind of make my little squigglies on the arms. I kind of do it all in one step. And I also make them on the legs. Again, if you have like a paint marker or like a colored pencil that you want to use for it, that might be better. And then I also put a little bit here, kind of like the tunic of a shirt or like the collar of a shirt. And that's pretty much it for the white. And then I use the black marker to go in for the eyes, little smiley face, and the buttons. And you can use any color you want, but that's how I make my gingerbread men. And the same applies for, again, any other type of cookie. We'll make the house one. I start off by drawing a triangle, but instead of pointing the curves or pointing the edges, I curve them. So that's like the roof of the house. And then your next step is just taking from the edges here and kind of curving the bottom and adding that square down to it. And in this step, you can color it in. So I'm actually going to flip to show you the chisel tip this time, just to show you how that one kind of looks. And again, it's not going to be perfect in any means, but that's the point, right? It's supposed to be practice makes perfect, and it's just for fun. And as long as you're having fun with it, that is all that matters. So you can see that there's different ways that you can color into this, but there's your little house. And again, I usually do this in the same step as well. You can take your white marker and draw your little door here. You can draw paint markers, like I said, would probably be better. Little windows. You can draw your outline on the roof. That makes it kind of look like snow. And you can also draw your little chimney at the top there. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but there's a little chimney there. And that's how you draw the little house. And the last one, the bell shape and the hat are kind of the same. So I'm gonna kind of split these off here. And then hopefully you guys can see that. So for the bell, I usually start off by making like a curved kind of like bow shape here, and then I add a little tiny hump. And you can make it like a gingerbread angel with this too if you just widen out the bottom. So this could be a bell or an angel depending on how you do it. That's how I started off. And then in the next step here, I know it's a little wonkier in comparison. And then I just kind of widen it out just a tad. And then I bring out that little, so this could be like the angel wings on the head and the body. But this is how I usually make the bell. And then again, I just color it all in. And then I take my white marker. You can make your little like hole where you would put your ribbon through. And for here, I usually just do triangles with a dot and two little lines to make the bow itself. Sorry about this marker, guys, or this pen. And then here, you can make your little crease for the bell. If you guys can see that, yeah. And again, same concept with the hat. I usually start off with the bottom here, and then I kind of curve myself up. So that would be the main hat shape. So curve out the bottom and then work your way up. And then you can add your little pom-pom at the top, color it all in. You can fix your outlines how you need, make them wider, make them thinner, however you need to work on that. And then I take my white pen again, and as much as it wants to work, I make the little pom-pom here. Like I said, sometimes it's picky, sometimes it is not. Posca markers are really good for this. And then you can draw your little lines here and kind of crease it, and then you got a little hat. I don't know if you guys can see those lines very well, but that's how you would do that, and that's how I draw all my gingerbreads that you should see in my December spread, and how I draw my mistletoe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and I'd be happy to show you how to draw more figures and Christmas decorations like ornaments and things like that if you're interested in seeing them. So drop that down in the comments to let me know what you guys want to see. And have a great day. Bye!